Hi, I'm Faith.
And I'm Neysa. And this is
Go Ladies, a podcast about navigating life, love,
and so much more
from a 40-plus perspective.
Cherish the day. I won't go astray. I won't be afraid. Can we finish?
Go ahead.
Catch me running.
It makes me mad that you can sing and I can't sing. I want to sing too. I do want to sing. Like, you always want what you don't have, right? If you have straight hair, you want curly. Curly, you want straight. I can't sing.
That's okay. You have so many other gifts, though, Neysa.
I do.
You can't have all the gifts.
I like to have all of them, though. I'm a little greedy.
And that's why you don't have them.
That's
So the Lord said.
that is so true. You know what that, right? I be singing to niggas, all kinds of randomness. You know, singing dudes. I'm trying to sing to you. I be singing to dudes like, "Hey, baby,"
in the talent
sing
show.
to you. Yeah. I wouldn't use my gifts for good. You're right.
You would. And you know that.
I do.
Hello.
Hey, everybody.
Welcome to the Go Ladies podcast. I'm Faith.
I'm Neysa. Okay, Arsenio Hall, what are you doing?
I love Arsenio. I still do that. I'm old.
No, you don't.
I do. I'm like, whoo, whoo. Arsenio was legendary. Whatever.
It was a great show. It was a great show.
And it was for us.
It was. It really was.
Yeah.
I remember seeing Maxwell on the Arsenio Hall show, and he sung Whenever, Forever, Whatever in Spanish. Yeah. I was like, I love him so much. That's one of the highlights. I remember. I don't know about y'all. I remember that.
I remember, to contrast, of course, Sir Mix-a-Lot Baby Got Back. And he had the butt on the stage.
Of course, you remember that. This is us. This is really us.
Yes, Neysa's all romantical.
I am.
And I was ratchet.
Pause. It's not even on the list. I forgot to bring this up before we started getting on the show. I finally watched the first part of the Yeezus documentary.
Okay.
You've seen it?
No, because I cannot get past, wasn't that Cootie's voice? I started it and I was like, I don't like his voice. I'm sorry. I'm a voice thing.
You are.
And I just, no.
I hadn't seen it and I had avoided it because, Ye be out there.
He does.
And I'm gonna let him just stay out there until he comes on back home all the way. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I don't know why I fell into it, and I was gonna turn it on, and it's so good.
I know. I've heard it was really good.
It's so good, Faye. Okay. I never called him a genius, like ever. Like he's a great artist when he's being a great artist.
Yeah.
And not just being a jerk to people. But watching it, I was like, he has that Richard Williams vision. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like the I'm gonna work until I get it. And I've been doing this since I was 7.
Yeah.
And I believe in myself and I'm gonna finance this myself, even though I'm already signed. And I'm gonna have this photographer follow me around.
Yeah.
Like, why?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that really wasn't even a thing then.
No.
Reality TV existed, of course, but it wasn't like a deep thing like this. And it's just so good that I was like, you're right. He's really that good. Yeah. You know? And you forget how good someone is because of their antics. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
that's true.
Their artistry gets overshadowed by the person. Yeah. Which, I now understand the mystery of celebs, in previous years where, they could be gay or whatever. You really wouldn't know because they kept it all the mystery about their lives. And it wasn't right to be out at that point in time, right? Yeah. But I really did. I really, really enjoyed it. And I hope we get that genius back again.
Yeah.
And not the antics. So it was really good. I enjoyed it.
Okay, Cisco and Ebert.
I know.
Very good. But yeah, I might try to give it another go. I the homeboy's voice. I was like, oh god, stop talking. Like, can we get some other sound bites? Because I can't.
I want to pull out the college dropout, like, and bop it. Like, if
Yeah.
they're playing it, I'm like, oh, look at all the bops on it. Like, all the bops.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm.
I was listening to Kanye the other day. He's in my rotation.
He hasn't been in mine in forever.
Oh no, he's in my rotation. But yeah.
Okay.
I like Kanye. I never like a lot, cancel culture. I never canceled Kanye. For me, it's like I still have hope. You know what I mean? Like he's still my brother. Like
I didn't cancel him. However, I don't need a front row seat to your antics and to your mania.
yes.
And so because of that, it's like I'm not going to just subscribe to the craziness. Like you drop a project, that's different.
Yes.
But when you are just out here wilding and just being obnoxious,
Right.
no, I'm not going to clap for that.
No, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, college dropout.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds like a good life recap for you. What else do you have going?
Oh, I went to a baseball game. I did. I went to a baseball game, the Nashville Sounds. So Tennessee State University had a Tigers night at the Nashville Sounds, which is, of course, the minor league baseball team here. And so myself and my two daughters, we went to the game. And I really expected the stands to be full of TSU fans. I don't know what I was thinking. It wasn't. I saw about 5 people. Really. But it was good.
Mm-hmm.
The Sound Stadium, I've been to it before. Now, let me say this. I went once to go to a game. Started raining. I'm not sitting in the rain. I went out to eat and get some drinks instead. Second time, I went to a party there. Third time, they had a Christmas lights installation there that I went to a couple years ago. So this is my first time really at a minor league baseball game at this stadium. The stadium is designed for social activities, not really baseball.
Okay. Yep. I agree.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
And so when I'm sitting there and first of all, baseball's dangerous. The ball just comes over the net.
Yes.
You have to pay attention.
You do.
That's not what I'm planning on doing. I don't pay attention. I talk. I socialize. I walk around. I say hello. I'm giggling.
Yeah.
And the balls are just like that.
The balls are flying.
I like that.
Not those balls.
Not those balls. So, like that. So really, it was really nerve-wracking because you do
gotta pay
attention. You must pay attention. So we left at about the 6th inning.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something funny though. So I was going to the game, obviously TSU night at the game. Talked to my mom about it earlier in the day, and she was like, "You just want to see the band?" And I'm like, "You right," because I love TSU's band. She said, "Well, just go at halftime."
Wow, Mama, we love you.
They don't have time in baseball.
No. No.
That tells you how sports fans we are over here, because she said you just go at halftime.
It was. I know.
No. So it was good. The band was not there, which was very disappointing. Very disappointing, which my dumb butt should have realized. I picked up a kid from campus to take to the game and saw the band in their practice blues.
Oh.
But didn't put it together. Even commented on the band, was like, "Oh, look at them, they have to go practice." Then get to the game, and I'm like,
they're not practicing here. Oh gosh, yeah.
So I was sad I didn't get a chance to see the band, but I'll see them next weekend in Memphis, so it'll be all right.
Oh yes, you will. That'll be fun. Yeah, I've never sat in my seat at a Sounds game. I've had tickets multiple times through various work or other things, and because of the ball situation, having to pay attention, I don't know that I'm comfortable in my seat. So I typically stand. There's like away from the concession, the other side of the concessions, and it's really pretty view actually. And I'll stand and like watch it from there because I'm never there long. Because I'm not really interested. So
I need a hard roof on top of me. Like that's what I need because I don't like this net life.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
So it's cool. It for me. It's one of those. It's something to do. Like I said, I've gotten like tickets through work or so. You go mingle for a little bit, and then I'm like, okay, see y'all later.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
I will say it's a good first date location. If I had a first date there,
Yeah.
that would be a good one because something to do, something to see. You can have good conversation. There's a bar, and all is well.
A bar, yes.
Yeah.
That's all you need. Yes. So good.
So what you been up to?
Working hard. That's about it. A little tired. What have I done? Have I done anything?
I don't know.
I don't remember. No. I mean, last I hung with you. That was fun. But I kind of had a chill weekend, if you will. Well, speaking of sports, now that I remember, I went to a Titans game.
Oh. I do like football in person.
I don't care for football per se. But again, thankful to my job for, I was asked if I wanted tickets and I'm like, sure, why not? It's last preseason game.
Okay.
So I went and, was in the suite. And the more you get exposed to things,
even better. I love
like them, right? The more you get exposed to where you like them. So I'm like, oh, this is not.
Girl, yeah, Sweet Life is good.
So I am not with it, especially with football, and I think a lot of people are. I'm interesting when it comes to traffic. So I'm not a tailgater for NFL games or anything like that. I tend to get there a little late because I like the traffic to have died down some. So I got there a little late. Like it started at 6. I got there like 6:30. 6:15, 6:30. That's perfect for me.
Okay.
Zip right in, park, blah blah blah. So yeah, it was okay. Like and for me, I know what's going on. I totally get football. I know the terminology. I'm not, I'm someone you can take to a game, and I get it, but it's not exciting for me. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm like, oh, okay, offsides, got it. I know what that means. Like, but I wasn't like, yeah, woo.
I like football in person. Yeah, but I like sporting events that have parties around them. You know what I mean? And so that makes me happy. So
yeah, it's okay. I'm a boxing girl. Since I love boxing, I will go to a fight. I like watching the fight. I used to watch fights with my dad when I was little. I like fights. Okay. I do. I like watching boxing.
Break out them hands, y'all.
Hopefully, you'll never find out anybody who's listening.
But if you want to, don't do it.
But anyways, yes. So that's what I did some sports too.
Okay. Yeah.
Sports.
We have to go to a Grizzlies game though. That's on the list.
I think I would like that better for many reasons. Right?
Yeah. It's it.
We gotta go. They do an HBCU night, hopefully, and it's sponsored by my company. So I'll
okay. Let's do it. I'm in.
Yes, we're going. Okay. Hard stuff.
While we're having sporting events or whatever else, some parts of the country have flooding and then no water.
Jesus. Okay, we're talking about Jackson, Mississippi this time. I almost feel like fill in the blank. Any city where there is a large group of Black people or brown people, people of color. Flint, you had somewhere in New York, you had any like those neighborhoods. It's Mississippi is experienced flooding, and then the water treatment plant has failed them, and they've been without water, some residents, and
Mhm.
water's contaminated, and yeah.
Well, I mean, that's the whole thing. If the water's not working, you can't flush the toilet. You can't do anything with it. Like,
Yep. Yep. So real stuff going on.
so I don't understand.
Yeah.
It's not that big deep spy. Like, I just don't understand. And I get the fact that infrastructure erodes and changes over time, and you have to update it.
Yeah.
But there are people whose job it is to study that and know that
Mhm.
and to budget for that.
Mhm.
And I think that specifically as Americans in cities, I'm speaking because not all of America has access to good water, and I'm aware of that.
Mhm.
But as Americans in cities who always had, I've never been without water in my life.
Mhm.
Um, we take for granted how abundant the water is,
Yeah. Yeah.
and we take for granted the accessibility of the water.
Mhm.
And it just takes this moment to realize that no,
Yeah.
this is a man-made structure and they fail.
Yeah.
And we have to be able to do a plan B, C, or D, or have better plans in place to keep them from failing,
Yeah.
And the fact that, it's just this is a resource that we have to live,
And we need you. We need water. Yep. We
you
need.
know?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just surprised by that. I saw Deion Sanders talking about how the students at Closing University, Jackson State,
Yeah.
who TSU does play next weekend. So that's why it's relevant to my world. And trying to take these students off campus, send them home, or a football team trying to find them a hotel space somewhere
Yeah.
outside of Jackson, so that way they can practice and just have water to survive on,
Yeah.
in the middle of a football season, in the start of a school year,
Yeah. Yeah. Which is a basic necessity. Like it, and we all need it. It's crazy. Like it keeps happening. I don't know. It frustrates me because we know who it happens to. You know,
True. Do you you keep water at your house probably all the time. You drink a lot of water.
drink a lot of. I'm almost done with my gallon for the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I buy water.
I drink tap water. Like, I don't care about drinking tap water. People think that's weird of me, but I do. I drink tap water. But I do keep water at the house,
Mhm.
like at least a gallon, which I know in the real apocalypse that my little gallon ain't gonna do shit.
You just sip it.
Don't forget to take out your trash cans.
Trash.
Trash goes out tonight. But I know that one little gallon really isn't gonna do anything, but it's something,
Right.
It's something. I need to clean out my emergency kit. I do have a life water straw
Mhm.
that I bought years ago. I need to make sure it's still valid
Yeah.
because, push come to shove, you have the straw you can drink water out of,
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
No, that's smart. Because nowadays you never know.
Girl, you can tell me right now, aliens landed on Broadway, and I'd be like, for real?
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
That's all I got. All right. Let me get my daughters because
People are tired, they're desensitized, all of the above. It's just like okay.
I mean, who had Monkey Pox on their bingo card for this year? Nobody.
Right.
So
Monkey
it's
Pox
just
is still out there, so there's that.
maybe we're in the multiverse, like on Marvel or Spider-Man. We're in the multiverse. And all the multiverse shit is converging. Like one
It's,
universe has monkeypox, one has Trump-nim, one has, the Rona, one has the flood. And for some reason, they're all like this. Where's
mm,
Miles? Where the Black Spider-Man?
listen,
I need him to fix this quick.
do something.
Yes, because it's a struggle. I need the Black Spider-Man to fix it.
To fix it, yes. And we're talking about all those things today, which is so funny.
I'm just saying.
For sure. Yeah, no, it's a lot. I'm with you though. I feel like just desensitized to a lot of it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, What's next? You know what I mean? Truly, like we're in COVID, okay. And then like you said, here comes monkeypox, and you're like, what? Oh, sure. Look, say so. Yeah. So
Right. Mm-hmm.
I don't. It's a lot, and then the water is poison. That's like the M. Night Shyamalan movie Signs.
That was that movie. Okay.
Contaminated. So
Okay.
Corona is still very real.
It is. It is. I need to
And
get back in this mask. I've been out of the mask, living my life. I need to get back into it. I know.
okay, sorry. New boosters, FDA approved new boosters. Just a tidbit for those of you listening. For the different variants. So it's been approved. Do what you want. It's your
I need
business.
to get my flu shot too. I haven't gotten that yet this year.
Get your flu shot.
I need all the shots.
Basically, and they're gonna keep like, you know, as variants happen, they're gonna be more boosters for that. So that's why now the push is like, just make sure you have your up-to-date shots, make sure they're current. That's, you know, the messaging. So
I mean, we get a flu shot every year. Some people do, not everybody, but some people do. So the Rona shot's a yearly Rona shot. Okay, cool. Can we get a 2-for-1? Like, you know, one thing to cover it all. I don't know, but
I understand. Like, can you make it more user friendly? Make it, yeah.
something.
And also testing. If you're doing at-home tests, that ends on Friday, so you need to order your free test.
Yep.
I got a message today that was like, you done ordered all yours. You can't order no more.
Don't worry.
I was like, okay, that's fine.
Mamas, my daughter who live in Atlanta, and mine. We got this.
I was like, I need another address. I mean, I have some, but you know, I'm like, I need to use somebody else's address.
Girl, I got my test.
Yes.
Because you never know what's gonna be around the corner, right?
Yeah, you don't.
It'd be Rona 7, and I'd be like, got my test.
I know.
You never know.
Yes. So that is happening. That's your little update on Rona and monkeypox, and we'll see what's next.
My face already messed up, ain't it? I'm sorry.
Okay, I guess. So in Georgia,
you handle this one.
Do you want me to take this one?
You gotta start it. I might gotta fix my
attitude. You can pop off. I'm gonna start
setting my attitude.
Nope, don't fix it. That's why people listen to us, to hear you pop all the way off.
I'm trying not to. I'm turning over a new leaf.
When?
Shut up. Go ahead.
So we've discussed Herschel Walker before on the show. He has to have CTE. This is just me. He former NFL player. His cognitive decline is very apparent. No, I am not a doctor, but you can. The man ain't in his right mind. That's the old folks used to say. He's not in his right mind. So he is. What is Congress? Forget if is it okay? Yeah. Right, Congress. Out of Georgia, he's the Republican nominee going up against Raphael Warnock.
Mm-hmm.
Who is he still the pastor of Ebenezer Baptist? Yep, historic Ebenezer Baptist Church. And early polls show that Herschel Walker has a slight lead over Warnock. Neysa's face. And so now I read today that like there's a Democratic super PAC who's put out ads talking about Herschel Walker used to beat his ex-wife and threaten to kill her, and all this stuff is coming out now, right? Because he got so
you know, I'm itching.
I know you are. So that's kind of the setup, and I will say this, and then you got it, Neysa.
No, go. You take it off.
So we were talking about this prior to starting the show. Living in the South, you have your pockets, your cities that are more liberal or Democratic leaning, and then you have the state at large, which is not. Georgia is one of those states. So people, especially Black people, oh, Atlanta, you know, we go to Atlanta in a minute.
True.
Have all the other cities, and those people are voting, and they are voting for Herschel apparently in early early polling. Obviously, the election is until November, but yeah, that's what I got. Did it?
Let's know 2 things. Number one, the
Mhm.
state doesn't vote. And that's the thing we have to remember. The state doesn't vote. So when you see these blue small circles and the rest of the state's red, let's think about population. Normally those blue circles have a lot of population. Speaking about Tennessee specifically, you know, or even Georgia, Atlanta, everybody lives. You know, you might live in Savannah, you might live in Athens, you live in these other Macon, you know, other places too, but the population centers vote. That's where people vote. People vote, of course, throughout the state, but it's not the same. Like, I can say that using Atlanta's going to vote, right? Fulton, Cobb, they're going to vote. A lot of people in those areas. But you get to Podunk, Georgia, they might totally be red. There's only 6 people down there, you know? So we have to think about people who vote. Land does not vote. So when you see these whole red and blue states and, oh, how can we have a Democratic president when all these places are red? They ain't got 12 people in the damn states. The states, all the people vote different ways, you know? It's a democracy. People, one vote, one person.
Yeah.
On to Herschel. Something wrong with Herschel, y'all.
He's not in his right mind.
And I fault Herschel, and I fault the people around Herschel who are allowing and selecting to be a puppet by this political party, because y'all know he ain't right. Who he should know he ain't right. But if he doesn't, everybody around him knows he ain't right. And instead of y'all pulling him to the side and being like, player, let me holler at you real quick. You let this girl here be a monkey. Same way they did Kanye. We watched with the MAGA hat on. Remember that? And it's like, y'all know Kanye off his medicine. Y'all know he out here in a manic state.
Yeah.
And I get the fact that he's a grown man, so, and it's not against the law to be mentally ill, so they have the right to do what they want to do. However, as a caregiver of someone, I would be like,
right. Yeah.
You know, because it's just ridiculous. Now, let's say by some stretch of the imagination that Mr. Walker believes all the bullshit that he's been making up and spewing about how we don't need a climate accord because we got enough trees, which is really what he said.
Yeah, absolutely.
Your need to have your party in office is so innate that you put an idiot in the office just to avoid the other party having it. Like, I am a person who typically votes Democrat. However, if the roles were reversed and it was like, we're going to have this little slug, this little person right here who can't read good vote, or we're going to have somebody else who can do X, Y, and Z, who might not be politically aligned, but you know that they at least are going to read the stuff. I'm going to vote for the person who I think is best qualified for the job. You know? Instead, all these people are voting for Herschel Walker just to get the numbers in DC. It's like if they're playing chess.
Yeah.
But remember, when you're playing chess, you mess people's lives too, because all politics are local, you know? I'm just like, what does this make sense, you know? And we've seen it. We've both worked in government before.
Yeah.
And we've seen some people who are in office, and you see them, you're like, I wouldn't let them watch my dog. And I don't like animals.
They're not right.
No, just dumb and ill-read, and just don't have a good understanding of how government works, and they work in government. I saw a senator, a state senator, say to a State Department once, well, I'm sure your office does something good, but what exactly is it? But they're talking about the budget for this department.
Right. Yep.
You don't even know what they do?
They do. Yeah.
Like, is there not a freshman senator 101 class? Here's your book about here's how government works.
Yeah.
I mean, play the song, I'm just a bill sitting on the hill. Do something for the people. Because
I know.
and these are the people that we have in
Yeah.
office. People are not doing their homework and doing due diligence. I will admit to you, there are times I look at the ballot and I'm like, I don't know everybody on here.
Mhm.
I mean, there have been times like that.
Yeah.
But let me say, I don't vote people I don't know. You
Mhm.
can't just if I can't weigh in intelligently, then I'm not going to vote in that particular race because I will be doing a disservice if I just voted blindly
Right.
and ended up getting a Herschel Walker in office and then be looking monkey. You're like, oh, I didn't know it was gonna be like that, you
Mhm.
know? Or
Yeah.
like that senator, oh, I forget what state he's in, but he was upset over the abortion ban.
Mhm.
And because the abortion ban was now doing a quality of life for people because they couldn't get abortion, their lives are being threatened.
Mhm.
And he's like, I didn't know it said that. You voted on it. You didn't read it.
Yeah. Nope.
You just heard a sound bite and saw a graphic said, all right. Like,
Yeah.
no. The devil's in the details.
Mhm.
I can
Absolutely.
call anything. This is the I hate all racist bill. And on page 6, put, but we love the Klan though. And you be done voted for it.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't even know because you didn't read page 6.
Yeah.
I just don't get it. So in this instance, I
Mhm.
think that the good reverend is the right choice. He has been for the people for a very long time. And y'all, he love the Lord. He love everybody. He has a commercial with a dog. If you like dogs, he got a dog in the commercial. I'm trying to help the man out. Like, vote for the man. Because we need all the help we can get, you know? And we need people who actually can read and actually care about others in office, not who are just, I don't know what they even call them at this point, but you have to care about others. This should not be a stepping stone in your career. You should take the job because you care about others. You care about this world. You care about the people, you know? You don't care, sit down, please. Sit down.
And don't be so easily swayed into doing it. I think for me, my about to sound really old, but I'm okay with that. It brings deeper meaning to, for me, thanking God you woke up in your right mind. Like I would hear grandma say it my whole life, you know? And when you do come across people and who, you know, are not, it for me, it really makes me count my blessings because I'm like, some people really just are not in their right mind.
You're correct.
It's yeah. That's my biggest takeaway. So
You are correct.
that's a race to watch.
Mm.
For
So
sure.
someone else not in their right mind. Let's talk about someone else who is not in their right mind.
We're gonna talk about it.
Aries Spears.
Okay, how much smoke we gonna give them? Because you
All
know,
of it.
all press isn't bad press. So gonna give them. Let's go.
Um,
You set the stage.
Aries Spears is a comedian
All right.
who gave a interview conversation with someone, and in it he had the audacity, I'm gonna use that term, to talk about Lizzo. And I'm not gonna read it verbatim, but he did say that she looks like the shit emoji, and that a plate of mashed potatoes was the other reference for her. He later goes on to say that, you know, I mean, if you are funny, have swagger, I have my notes right here. I have my little note card.
Yes.
Funny, swagger, and have confidence, and I think I'm handsome, then you'll be all right. But for a woman, you know, looking like that, just it's just trouble. You're in trouble. That's what it is. You're in trouble. Now, Aries Spears is a comedian. I don't think he's ever been on anybody's calendar, pin up, whatever. I don't think I've ever seen him with his shirt off with the ab. I don't think that he's on anybody's top 10 of dudes who make me wet. It's just he not on it. He's not on it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's okay. He doesn't have to be on it, right? He's funny, his career's always been a comedian, all that. But I am gonna say it's amazing to me the audacity of this man who is, in my opinion, not very attractive, to have the nerve to speak about someone else and their thoughts on that person. Everyone isn't for everybody. If I don't like it, it's just not my cup of tea. Right. And I don't understand why he went out of his way to talk about this person. Like she wasn't in the room. You went out of your way to talk about this person. Yeah. And then doubled down on it after that.
After the backlash.
And I'm like, do you not know who goes to comedy shows? Like, why are you alienating yourself from a lot of your potential audience? Unless you have found that being a misogynist is profitable right now, and you're deciding to lean into that. And you can lean into that. And some pick-me ladies will let you back onto the ranch later on in life when you decide misogyny doesn't pay as well as you thought it did. But the vast majority of us will remember. And I don't support people who don't love Black women. Yeah. It's that simple. It's about respect for me. You ain't gotta like it, you ain't gotta love it, you ain't gotta date it, you ain't gotta fuck it. All right. But shut the fuck up is free, as Demetria Lucas says. And you can shut up and sit down and just be respectful.
From what I did listen to a clip of it, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the guy doing the interview asked him about Lizzo's music, and he was saying how he liked her music and some of her songs. So then, if the question is, what do you think about her music? He wasn't even asked anything about her looks, what she wears. He was asked about her music. So you not only did you not answer the question, you went on to berate this woman who, like you said, isn't even in the room, who probably doesn't even know you or know who you are. And it was uncalled for. Yeah. It was just very much uncalled for. And like you said, I mean, and it's easy. That's for me. It's the low hanging fruit to talk about how somebody looks.
Thank you.
Like, grow up. Like,
everybody's got everybody's cup of tea.
And that's right, like you said, and that's okay. You don't have to make
okay
about it.
Exactly.
But for me, it goes back to, do you like her music? That's what the question was. Well, no, I don't really listen to her. Next question. Like, to me, it's that simple. You either listen to her or you don't. You don't have to get into how she looks. When you look like you might have kidney disease and cirrhosis of the liver and everything else. But okay.
Well, no one's gonna ask him, what do you do? They like his belly flat.
Right, girl. The girls dragged him. Oh, the girls dragged him in the comments. I was like, yeah, like, back up off, Lizzo. I don't get, it's a touchy subject for me too, Neysa. People are so fat phobic. And I know it's like the catchphrase. That wasn't a phrase when we were younger, a word when we were younger. But I'm just like, wow. I mean, to move on though, at the VMA, she won and she was happy in her winning. And she was like, people ask, why don't I clap back? Because I'm winning, ho. Like, good for her. Like you said, you ain't gotta like it, but that don't mean you have to go on a whole diatribe about it and record it and Lizzo is this and like, just keep it moving. I don't get it. I really don't. Really don't get it.
Well,
yes, I know that happened.
Yeah, just go away. Let her stay winning. Let him go away.
He's going, and nobody's checking for him. But
yeah.
So, which leads me to what I sent you this on IG 2 days ago. So somebody had posted It said the main reasons why most men are single is because the character of the woman they want is not in the body shape they admire. I think that could go both ways.
Correct.
But that it spoke to me as a bigger girl because, you know, I've shared with you and obviously those of you listening, oh, you got a cute face. You got like, you know, and the older you get, I feel like, and I've heard this from men who are our age and older, you know, like, yeah, they played when they were younger, but what started to matter as they aged really was your substance. What else are you about? Yeah, I love that you got a fat ass. That's great. But you know what I mean? But like, and not saying that all bigger women are just it, but you know what I mean? You start to develop relationships with the person. You get to know the person. And that just really spoke to me because a lot of people are still, in my opinion, just very shallow with he or she gotta have this, they gotta look this way, you know? And I'm like,
well, I think people are shallow. I do. I think people are shallow. People don't understand that when you're looking for a life mate, it is beyond the feeling.
Yeah.
That's anybody's getting married should know that. Like that feeling diminishes, evolves, and changes.
Mm-hmm.
However, I will say that there is a thing called attraction.
Right. Yeah.
And you have the right to be attracted to what you are attracted to.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I'm not trying to tell my, don't like what you like, because I definitely have a type and all those things, you know. But I do. I know this about me. I like what I like. But when you are thinking about somebody for a long-term mate, you do want somebody's going to make you, feel a little frisky, because being frisky is part of that relationship. But at the same time, you want somebody who's going to be there for the long term and who is of good character. And that should weigh more than the frisky, because truth be told, people don't think about this, one day you're going to be 80. And we all think we're going to have a six-pack at 80 and have, amazing life and limbs and all those things. But there's a plethora of ailments that can change all of that in an instant.
Yeah.
And if you're going to be with someone, you have to be with someone that's more than just, oh, he makes me moist. People have car wrecks, people have, cancer, people have just a litany of things. People go through depression and, all kinds of things. People gain weight, lose weight, all these things. Because life happens, And if you don't like the person at the core, then you're gonna be like, what happened to the fine dude? And you're not gonna be there long term, That's why dudes who always want to marry trophies, nothing wrong with being a beautiful woman.
Right. Nothing.
Nothing wrong with that. But if somebody's gonna marry a trophy, then the trophy looks the same all the time. If it changes, sometimes they're gonna get new trophies.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just things you gotta think about and be open to. And know what you're doing too. Like, I wish people are just honest. Like, you just say, you know what? I'm 22. I'm just trying to get it. I'm trying to smash what I can smash.
Right.
Settle down.
Yeah.
And we'd be like, all right, good luck. May the force be on you. We're with you. You know what I mean? Some shit gonna be like, boom, me too, ho, let's go. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But what I hate is where either gender tries to switch it up and try to lie. Yeah, I'm looking, I'm not looking at anything for real, but maybe in the future.
Right.
No, you're not.
Exactly.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
Just say no.
You're not ready for wifey.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Just own it.
Be honest.
Yeah.
Be honest. It's okay.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I know some friends of mine, specifically some male friends of mine, more so than female, who are still out here trying to chase a 22-year-old body and a 40+ mind. And I'm like, okay, you can find that in some people, but are you really ready for that? Because someone's gonna put up your BS the way somebody younger is either. But you talked about that before too. So
Yeah.
mm.
Yeah, me and you both. I've heard it all. I've heard guys going after she bad, she look good, but as soon as she open her mouth, she ain't saying nothing. And they lose attraction that way. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, she's still attractive physically, but she ain't got nothing to talk about. She doesn't know how to have that conversation. I've heard that, So I get it. Attraction does have to be there for sure. Physical attraction does have to be there, but depending on where you are in life, your priorities may change.
Yeah, I mean it might, but at the same time too, like I'm not going to do any performative acts with anyone
Right.
I'm not attracted to. You know what I mean? So there has to be something there,
Yeah.
And if it's not there, then that's an issue as well.
Yeah.
Because I mean, even as women, you know as well as I do, you might see somebody and be like, all right,
Oh yeah.
that ride. Ooh, that's cute.
Mm-hmm.
And then they come over, they say something, you're like, never mind.
Exactly. Yes.
Never mind.
He's cute, but
Right. And sometimes it makes them not cute no more. You're like,
it really does.
Ooh, no.
I'm from really at this age. Can you have a conversation? Are you intelligent? And yes, I told her with attraction. Yes, that goes for me without saying. Like, yes, but what can can you string together a sentence like?
Yes. And some guys who aren't always, the one that you deem to be, super attractive, they might be on the cusp.
Right.
But then they talk that talk, you're like, well, hey.
I recently went to a training and the facilitator, and I thought about this. Facilitator, Black man, handsome, but not, didn't make me take a pause. You know what I mean?
Right.
Handsome, he's, dressed nice, his clothes are pressed, right? He used iron, went to the dry cleaners.
Appreciate that. Hello.
He's clean cut, all of that.
Together.
But somewhat, yeah, I'm like, he's not the conventional attraction. I'm not saying he's ugly. If I thought he was ugly. But I was like, I could see how someone like him will be passed over by Black women because maybe he doesn't have that edge or he doesn't whatever. I was intrigued because he was smart. Like I'm listening to his presentation, I'm like, God, he's really smart. You know what I mean? But it wasn't, the physical wasn't like pow. It was like, he's handsome and he's smart. Like, look at him. But I really could see how for some women who, again, depending on where you are in your life and where you're trying to go, I totally could see him being somebody who's just passed over, if you were kind of like the nice guy. And I don't know this person, but I could totally see if he tried to holler at you.
So then you have to know your strengths and your weaknesses too.
Yeah.
So he might not be the shoot your shot in the club dude.
Right.
Because he would get overlooked by whatever that club clientele is, right? Yeah. Because at that point in time, it's just a quick shoot your shot. And if you're not really what I'm feeling, then it's, go away. He might need to be the Bible study dude. Or, the book club dude. You know what I mean? Okay. So you're in the book club, you with them, like you have to know where to shop to look for what you're looking for too. And a lot of times people don't know where to shop. You got to shop in the store that you can afford and play up your strengths. And if you don't know that about yourself, then that's an issue. But because if he's the gift of gab dude, then you need to be in a situation where you're able to talk and be social and be with people along those lines. The club ain't it, So yeah, I can see that. Play to your strengths.
I know. I thought about that. I was like, what did I hook him up with? Anyway. I'm like, he's very well learned and he has great personality, because you have to be able to be a facilitator or something.
Oh, yeah.
So, anyways, that was interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Come on, last topic. Come on.
Who else is winning, Neysa? Speaking of winning.
I'm looking it up right now to see if she still is, because she's playing.
It's live. We're talking about Serena Williams, y'all. The GOAT. This is second round play for her, right?
Yep. So she won 2 days ago.
Yes, she won
Monday. And then she's playing now. And right now, she won the first match, lost the second,
You said
And
match the first
huh,
set. The
set.
first one.
Okay. I was
I got you. I'm not sports. I just know.
and it's now 30-15. She has 30, the other person has 15.
Okay.
So
This is her goodbye, her farewell. She's playing in the US Open. For those of you
yes.
who know, a lot of people, they're in New York. They were, you have regulars, people who always go, but I know of maybe 4 people, but 2 for sure who are there and watched her, at least in the first round. So
I know folks who flew out on Monday and were like, we're gonna be here. I'm not mad at it.
it's historic.
It is.
Kudos to Serena on an amazing career. Just life, amazing life.
Exactly. And the kudos to just changing the game. Like, I hate people all use Jordan as the quintessential, greatest of all time, change the game, but he did change the game, right?
Yeah.
However, Serena changed it like forever. Like the outfits, the hair, the accessibility, the unapologetic nature of just being you.
Yeah.
The fact that, but her booty gonna be the booty. it's going it's gonna be there. It didn't go down, it stayed out there.
Hello.
It was,
Hello.
And it was just amazing to be able to see someone who carried all of us on her shoulders. I'm sure was really hard and was weighty, but just as much as she carried us on her shoulders, we lifted her up too. And so, excited to see what this next chapter brings for her. And I'm hoping that her chapter is full of additional wins. In whatever realm that she wants to be in, like do all the things.
Oh yeah.
Do all the things. You have a daughter, you have a hubs, do all the things that you want to do. Why not?
Love that Olympia has braids and beads like her mama used to
I
have.
know.
I think it's a rite of passage for all Black girls. Braids and beads.
Get your beads. You make a click clack. Click clack. Click.
Yes! Absolutely.
Ain't nothing better than braids and beads.
Oh my gosh, girl, don't even get me started. Because these little girls today with weave and stuff. I'm like, you are 5. Why you got a weave ponytail? I'm sorry. Get you some braids and beads.
Thank you.
Goodness. Anyway.
Braids and beads, you get bobos and plaits, but you didn't.
Yes.
No.
You're looking a mess after school, but that's okay. You're a little girl.
Right. You're supposed to. You can have a one barrette gone. It's gonna be okay. Braids and beads are a big deal.
It's a rite of passage. So I love it.
Yeah. So and win or lose. Let's be honest. If she loses the US Open, and
she's the
still the GOAT.
in history as well. Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you. And Chris Effort needs to be quiet.
Who? Chris Effort? I don't want to know.
She's just always, whenever Serena plays, she's always very negative. And not just giving commentary, because she's a comment, on the side, but she's just always extra hard on her. And I'm like, did she fuck your man? Like, what'd she do to you? Like, what'd she do?
Because she's not her. You never attained the achievement that she attained. Nobody is checking for you. Nobody knows you.
If Billie Jean King is cheering for Serena, then damn it, everybody cheering for Serena.
That goes without saying. Yeah.
I mean,
she's one of ours. Of course we're cheering for her.
Right. Y'all cheer for this woman. So
that's good for her. I love to see it.
Yeah.
And see the up and comers. So that's good. Yay.
So what are you gonna do different this week? I don't have a real to go, but I do want to ask you, what are you doing different for yourself this week? How are you investing in you?
That was deep.
It is.
That was because I was gonna say your gifts will make room for you, like they did Serena, but you got it.
That'll happen too.
What am I? The week almost over. What? Don't make that face. Y'all, Neysa making a face. I mean, it is.
It is almost over. However, it'll be a week until we talk to them again. So what are you gonna do before we record again? That you're doing for you? How are you taking care of you?
I'm doing a little bit of traveling.
See,
That's for me.
it wasn't that hard.
Yeah, it kind of was.
Why is it hard? Y'all, lean in.
Oh,
That's the
wow.
question she would have asked me.
Okay, well, you
They
have
would have talked mad about me for not knowing. But when I asked her,
a spot.
hmm,
I'm doing a little bit of traveling, factoring in some joy.
there you go. Factor in some joy.
What about you, Neysa? See, Neysa like to just ask me questions and pose my sound bites, like she don't say stuff. So,
I'm saying stuff. I'm so.
what are you doing? different?
I am going to hang out with my daughters because my oldest is here from Atlanta, and I'm gonna hang out with her and my baby girl, and we're gonna have good fun together. 3 amigos. I'd be so happy. I love having my kids home, and I be trying not to make people smothered, but I do. I be loving on my people. I do smother them a little bit. I be like, "You gonna leave now?" She's like, "I don't even live here." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I forgot."
I'm actually this is a good standing question because then when your girl's not there, you're gonna have a different answer, Neysa. This was an easy one. All right. Thanks for listening.
I'm giving her the evil face for those that are just listening. She ain't gonna do me.
You're gonna be like, I'm at work 24/7.
I'm going back to work when I get off this phone call. Well, after this Zoom call, I'm gonna go wash my hair and then do some more work while I'm under the dryer.
Neysa, where can they listen to us and find us?
Oh, they can find us. Are we being sexy? They can find us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Anchor, Google Podcasts, and iTunes. How's that?
That was hot.
Thank you, girl. Thank you.
For listening, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.